Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Batman, Fortunate Son. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now I have a question for you guys, and please answer absolutely honestly. Do you love Batman? Obviously, I mean, what kind of question is that? That's like asking, do you like breathing? Of course you love Batman. Do you like rock and roll? Yeah, rock and roll. Who doesn't love rock and roll? Rock and roll is awesome. Cool. Do you think Batman and rock and roll should be mixed together? Well, actually, probably not. Now, don't get me wrong. Batman is responsible for writing some of the great work of our era when it comes down to music. I mean, do you know Batman's responsible for writing for Queen? He wrote Bohemian Rhapsody. He also wrote for Metallica stuff as Sabbath True and Enter the Sandman and stuff as that. He's also written for Finger 11 and done Paralyzer, Quicksand, Absence of Elements, Falling On. He's even worked for Nightwish and did stuff like Beauty and the Beast, 10th Man Down, Wishmaster, and End of All Hope. Batman is known for writing many songs out there for everyone. It's just people don't know about it. But does that mean Batman should be mixed with rock and roll? I don't know. See, two goods don't necessarily make a better. You know, you got something good like Batman, you got something good like rock and roll, and they may not necessarily mix. It's like mixing Zelda with Super Mario. Yeah, in Super Smash Brothers, it would probably work, and it does. But outside of that, it just wouldn't at all. Not one bit. So, I mean, mixing Batman and rock and roll, this doesn't work at all. The only way it could ever work is if you made a song and put Batman in it. That would be okay. I would accept that. But putting it in comic form, does it work out? Well, let's see. Because Fortunate Son is a comic that heavily gets bashed and criticized by Batman fans. Does it deserve that criticism? I'll let you know right now. Batman Fortunate Son takes place during the early years of Batman, when Dick Grayson is still Robin. Takes place sometime after Rules of Engagement, because the Batwing shows up in this, and Rules of Engagement is where the Batwing first shows up. So, just to let you know, if I put it in the timeline, I would put it right after Rules of Engagement, right before Nightcry, somewhere around that area. Anyways, so there's this rock and roll star, and he's going around and he's causing trouble, you know, carrying a gun, causing explosions, causing riots, turning today's youth into assholes, that kind of stuff. And, well, Batman wants to stop him. He thinks that, you know, he's a criminal, he's going to get someone hurt, might as well stop him before things get worse. However, Robin, on the other hand, kind of says, whoa, Batman, but this kid is just a tortured soul. Really, we should talk to him, we should figure out what's wrong, we should try to help him out. So the two start butting heads because, you know, there's some kind of generation gap here. Batman hates rock and roll and he thinks that a criminal is criminal no matter what. And Robin's like, Batman, you don't understand rock and roll. He's not a criminal. We need to talk to him. And this is the common theme throughout this whole story, is Batman and Robin arguing about how rock and roll causes criminals, or something to that effect. Seriously? Okay, well, whatever. So, anyways, the butting heads causes so much trouble with the dynamic duo that Batman and Robin actually go their separate ways and try to solve the case their own way. Batman goes to the manager of the rock and roll star to figure out if he can find out some answers there, while Robin goes to the girlfriend of the rock and roll star to see if he can get answers there. Now, who is right and who is wrong? Well, I'll leave that up to your reading. But that's the basic story in a nutshell. Batman and Robin needs to stop this rock and roll star from causing trouble. Is that getting annoying yet? Because I could see it getting annoying. Well, anyways, they need to stop this kid from causing any deaths or anyone getting hurt, because clearly this kid is not in his right mind. And there's a reason for it. Really awkward reason, but a reason nonetheless. So, with that said, let's get on to the good, the bad, and whether or not you should get it. Well, the good thing is at least we have a Dick Grayson story, because since 1982, when Dick Grayson became Nightwing, we didn't get any more Robin stories. At least we get very few. So in the modern cartoon, it's nice to have a refresh of Robin stories with Dick Grayson as Robin. So I guess that's a good thing, no? And the action wasn't that bad. When you actually see the fight scenes, they were actually pretty good. Weren't fantastic, just pretty good. Okay. That's about it. Bad. Okay, well, throughout the whole entire fucking story, there's nothing but people arguing with each other about rock and roll and how it can cause trouble or how people just don't understand it. It's usually old people saying, rock and roll causes delinquents and criminals. While the young people go, no man, rock and roll, it's cool. And it's through the whole entire book. It's not just Batman and Robin, it's just random people too. And it's really just feels like this whole theme of the story is being shoved down your throat. It's like watching John Cena. It's like he's shoved down your throat. We don't want John Cena anymore. Give us someone else. We don't want to see this theme constantly retold to us. We can get it through Batman and Robin pretty easily. Now you're shoving it down our throats with other characters. In addition to that, Batman and Robin just don't feel like Batman and Robin. Particularly Robin. See, Batman just doesn't feel like Batman. He doesn't do anything Batman-like. I mean, he's kind of an asshole, but he doesn't act like Batman. Robin acts like a complete utter idiot. I mean, he allows his love for this rock and roll star to get in the way of his work as Robin. That doesn't sound like Dick Grayson, because out of all the Robins, Dick Grayson is probably the most level-headed and grounded of them all. Dick Grayson, with the exception of Friends and Family, Dick Grayson would not allow something like, I don't know, a movie star or a rock and roll star or anything for that matter that he may like get in the way of him doing work. I'm sure he would be disappointed if he found out that his favorite movie star was a mass murderer, or if his favorite, I don't know, actor was a rapist. Yeah, that would bother him, but he wouldn't let his favoritism towards those people cloud his judgment. This obviously happens in this book and makes him look like a complete dumbass. I mean, I was more upset about Dick Grayson's portrayal than anything. In addition to that, Batman and Robin are fighting in the daylight. Really? Come on. Seriously? That was just a little weird. I'm reading and I'm like, are they really fighting in the day? What the hell? Well, anyways. The story kind of goes what, and then what, and then what. I mean, it's consistent in one sense that the main story is going in one direction, but we have so many side things in it that it just feels so clutterfucked. It's like, why do we need to, read about this person talking about this when we could be talking about the main story? It feels like they try too much to support the main theme of the book rather than just talk about the story of the book. Like I said, it just feels like this theme is shoved down our throats that rock and roll is bad, but people don't understand rock and roll. Fucking hey. The ending's predictable, too. You could see the ending coming 9 million miles away. I looked at this book and I said, I know the ending. Kind of went like that. The art isn't bad, but I don't like how the art does Batman's face. You can see his eyes. Same thing with Robin. Robin just is drawn really weird. It looks like he's some kind of geek. There's nothing wrong with geeks, but I mean, it's Robin. I wish they'd put the white lenses over Batman and Robin. I mean, it's not like it's like an artistic choice. Batman and Robin literally have white lenses where their eyes are. This is confirmed. It's not like Green Arrow, who doesn't, and they draw it in like that. Batman and Robin actually have the white lenses. There's some more bad to this, but I really don't feel like going through all of it. Whether or not you should get it. No, you should definitely avoid Fortunate Son. I avoided getting this till some of the last Batman stuff to get. Right now, the last thing I need to get is Batman Chalice, and I already ordered it. Cacophony and Strange Admonitions they're there, so don't worry. But I mean, on a whole, I mean, this is something that you really should not pick up. It's something that should be done. If I was a writer and DC Comics sat down with me, and it wasn't DC Comics that told them write a story like this, they chose to. If DC Comics sat down with me and they said, we want you to write a Batman story, do you know what the last Batman story would be? Batman being a rapist. Do you know what the second last story would be? Something rock and roll themed. No. I would do something completely different, but I wouldn't be doing something like this. I commemorate people for trying stuff different, because if you do the same thing over and over again, it's just the same thing. It's like Generation 1 Transformers with the movie. People were pissed off that some of the Transformers in the movie weren't like Generation 1 Transformers. But then again, if everything was G1, everything would be the same. I mean, seriously. So, I commemorate them for trying stuff different. It just failed. It was like an epic fail. Not good. So, Fortunate Son, you can avoid it. I mean, this is hardcover, and I got it for $2 online. So if you really wanted to buy it, you can buy it online for $2, but besides that, avoid it. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.